Hi, I'm Savannah. This is my 3-year-old. Aww. Yeah, Hi, I'm Savannah. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 2 boys, and I'm going to show you guys what you can do at home with your own kids. So this week we had a shape theme, and so I did different activities all week with shapes. The first activity was I put blue painter's tape on the floor. I made a square. Excuse my 3-year-old. I made a square, I made a circle, and I made a triangle out of blue painter's tape on the floor. And I gathered different household items and I put them in a basket, and I had my son differentiate them between if they had the same properties as a square, a circle, or a triangle. To cut, and so even if it's not really with the theme, I'll just draw certain lines on a paper and I tape that paper to the table so that he doesn't have to focus on holding that paper, and let him just kind of get used to the lines. It's not really always right on the line, but just that practice of him getting that motion. Too every week, whether the theme is shapes or not. We've been doing some kind of pattern, and so I pre-cut shapes for him and he got to choose. We just focused on A-B pattern, talked about how it's 2 things that repeat over and over again, and we did a circle and a rectangle for the first one, and those were his choices, and he glued them down himself and he chose what shapes he wanted to do on the next ones. Dogs, I pre-cut shapes for them to make, and it kind of looks like a bull or a cow. Still cute though. And we talked about the different shapes again, talked about how they were different or similar, and after he glued it all together, he made little nostrils and a little mouth. And then my 1-year-old tried joining in with us too, but this is about as far as we got. Mama helped with most of it, just so that he could not touch his brother's paper. I could try to get him to focus on his own. On how to hold a pencil the correct way, and he's gotten so much better within the last couple weeks. But something that we did to help with that was still with shapes, is I gave him a piece of paper, and on each shape we talked about the properties of it, like if it just went around and around with no sides, how many sides it had, and he just traced my little dotted line, and it seemed to occupy him pretty well, and he seemed to hold the pencil and was very comfortable by the end of each shape tracing. cut shapes out cardboard and cut pipe cleaners in half so that my son could put the pipe cleaners on all the sides of the shape so he could actually see how many sides each shape had. Shape monsters, bub? Yes. So we made a star and a square shape monster, and we talked about the different kinds of shapes that I had already pre-cut for him, and talked about even though this was like a strip of paper, it was still classified as a rectangle because it had those 4 sides. And we talked about just the kind of properties the different shapes have, like the circle has no sides, it just goes around and around and things like that. Letter of the week, and last week was E. So I talked to him about what the letter E looked like, uppercase, lowercase, what it sounds like, and things that start with the letter E. And usually when I say E, he'll say egg or elephant, but we made earth for E. And so what we did was we grabbed shaving cream and we squeezed blue and green food coloring into it and mixed it up with a toothpick, and then he got to stamp his E into that little mix, and then when he picked it up we just wiped off the extra shaving cream and we had E for earth. A scoop and pour activity. I put cotton balls and pom-poms in one big bowl, and I got little scoopers and I got little Tupperware containers, and I told him I was trying to grow his vocabulary because he's not talking too much besides dog and mama and daddy, and so I told him scoop and pour. One of my 3-year-old's favorite activities that we did this week was a detective shape hunt. And so I had different detective shape hunt. And I made magnifying glasses shaped as a circle, a triangle, or square. Those were our main ones that we were focusing on the properties of. And we went all around our house and we found different kinds of shapes that matched that magnifying glass.